Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here, welcome back to another Nintendo Switch video. And in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the UI. Now this is, truth be told, an aspect that I didn't get a chance to go hands-on with myself. When I was at the hands-on event in London, all of the Nintendo Switch versions were dev kits, so basically if you went to a menu it was like a black screen with some kind of crazy text which you're not allowed to show. But what that means is that we weren't able to see what you're seeing in front of you, and this is the UI for the Switch. This is what you'll see whether you're on the main screen, whether you're on portable mode. This is basically your home menu. However, from the very beginning of one of the Zelda live streams from Nintendo of America, plus of course from the trailer, we got a very quick look at the UI. So what I thought I'd do is give you guys a very quick breakdown, talk about sort of some of the aspects here, and also talk about how it works, say, when switching from portable mode to full screen mode. So if you do enjoy this, then like would be super appreciated. Any questions, drop them down below. But let's start by taking a look at what we have here. So this is really nice actually. I'm a big fan of UI design, and this is so clean. This is something that is almost uncharacteristic for Nintendo. I was never really a fan of, say, the Wii U's floating bubble kind of icons that you had on that home screen, but this is very modern. So you basically have in the middle of the screen, of course, this is where your games go or your apps go or anything like that. They are presented in these big square tiles. It'll be interesting to see whether you can actually change the layout, so kind of like on 3DS where you can have this kind of scrolling thing you see here, or you can change it so you have smaller squares and a much bigger grid. That way you can kind of sort of see more on the actual screen. But for the time being, you can of course see they have Zelda installed, 1-2 Switch, ARMS, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with a white square to the right, which of course indicates that you can scroll across. So this is where your games go, and of course scrolling at the top is the title of the thing you have selected. In the top left hand corner, this is of course your profile. So in this situation they have Mario as an icon. I imagine you'll be able to customize this in some way, shape or form, but this will of course show who is signed in at that time. Now it'll be interesting as well to see whether this allows you to have multiple accounts on it, or whether, say for example, if you're playing multiplayer and you sign in with different profiles, I assume they'll appear at the top. But either way, that is basically who is currently signed in. And of course, in the top right, you have your battery, which is relevant if you're playing in portable mode. In this case, they're in flight mode, and you have your time. What I want to turn my attention to, of course, is the bottom. You have a speech bubble, a shop, a picture icon, controller icon, settings, and power. The last two are very simple. Power, of course, on and off. Settings, of course, taking you to whatever options are on the console. At the moment, of course, we have no idea, but I imagine that'll be typical things like parental control, resolution, save data management, all that kind of stuff like that. To the left of that, the controller icon, I would imagine this is used to sync your controllers, because of course you can use multiple Joy-Cons with one single gamepad if you're doing some multiplayer games. So this is in a similar fashion to, say, how you would pair Wiimotes with, say, the Wii U. Then this will of course be your controller management. And as for the other three, well, the orange one is quite clearly going to be the shop, so that's where you go to, you know, buy your games, your digital games, anything like that, or redeem codes to get DLC, any of those options. The blue one, I'm going to assume is pictures, because of course the Joy-Con has a screenshot button, and you can press that, and you can take screenshots, and later on down the line, they haven't kind of put a date on it just yet, but later on down the line, you'll also be able to record video, so very much like on Xbox or PS4, how you can kind of grab the last, say, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I'm not entirely sure how long it'll be for the Switch, given the kind of limited memory. But either way, that is a plan for the future. So I would imagine any of your images that you save go there, and given that it has online, you can probably just go to that image, select it, and then share it on social media. At least I'm hoping. Or you just put it on the memory card, take it out and plug it in your computer. Really hoping it's the former, because it will of course be much better if it's a smoother system and you can actually just kind of go straight from console to social media. As for the last one, that is going to be text chat. They did of course say that with the new online service, you will have party chat. You'll have the option to kind of set reminders, send party invites and things like that. And while yes, the party chat feature does actually take place on an app that's on your phone off the console, I would hazard a guess that that bubble there is probably to manage party invites, messages, friends requests, any of those sort of typical social interactions. Of course, in the bottom right corner, you have your start button to select what you have. Again, options, so I'm assuming plus and minus, just like a shortcut to the settings section. And then in the bottom left-hand corner, you have the controller that is typically connected. So that is basically what we have from the screenshot that we have seen right now. A couple of other interesting things to note. In the Nintendo of America live stream when they played Breath of the Wild, to go from this screen here, the home screen, into playable Breath of the Wild, it took 12 seconds. So you select Breath of the Wild, as you can see in the background right now, goes to the usual kind of loading screen. You have the Nintendo Switch icon in the bottom right-hand corner. And about 12 seconds later, we're at the menu, ready to either go new game, select your save file, whatever you want to do. The other part of the UI, which of course you won't be able to see quite as clearly, but of course I do have some from the off-camera footage, is what is presented when you switch between portable and home console mode. So, assuming for a second that you're playing the game, in docked mode, you're on full screen, and you take the dock out. As mentioned the other day, it is a very seamless process, it's literally instant, but The only one thing that stands between you and playing the game again is one simple screen. As soon as you take the console out of the dock, the display will of course switch from the main screen to the portable console, and you're presented with one simple UI that basically says, you're now switching to portable mode, press A to confirm. Simple as that. And then conversely, if you then put it back in the dock and you go to the full screen, you're also presented with a similar screen where you basically select the controller. So whether it be Pro Controller or Joy-Cons in the mount, you basically say, this is the controller I'm using, press A, and you're back in the game. So again, it is seamless, very quick, almost instant, but the only one kind of thing between that is of course a UI prompt. So that is pretty much all we have right now. I am definitely interested to see more of this because, as mentioned, I kind of just love exploring UI, just sort of seeing what's in the options, and of course seeing what kind of customization is there too. But either way, once I get hands-on with ideally a non-developer kit, then I'll try and get you guys some more information. But for the time being, thank you for watching, questions down below, and take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.